What is up, you guys? Good morning. Today's daily devotional is going to come from Psalm 20. I want to talk about two parts in that. The first part is where it talks about God giving you the desire of your heart. So go read that if you'd like to first, and then come back and watch this. It's very short. But it talks about in there God giving you the desire, like it says, may God give you the desire of your heart. And for a long time, and I think a lot of people think that that means, I want a Ferrari. So God's going to give me the desire of my heart. I want a Ferrari. And it's not to say that Ferraris are bad, and it's not to say that God may not bless you with that. And if if your business does well, or you make a lot of money and you can afford it, and it's not going to put you in debt and things like that, if there's wisdom in it, sure, get a Ferrari. But that's not the point. The point is, it's about God transforming the desires of your heart to match what He desires. Right? So the desires of your heart become, I want to be fruitful, I want to bless others, I want to live a godly life, I want to do all these things. And then it's saying, may God give you the desires of your heart. May God give you those desires and then grant those desires. It's kind of like Matthew 6:33. I just posted this on my Instagram the other day. Seek first the kingdom, and all this will be added to you. Like, seek first the kingdom of God, and all the other things will settle into place for you. And I think that's interesting. So, the takeaway there is, don't thank God, I want a Ferrari. You can say, God, I would like to make some money, and it'd be cool to have a Ferrari, but more importantly, I want to be what you want me to be. So help me to have that desire and grant that desire in my heart. The next piece of Psalm 20 is um, talking about, winning. Like, God's going to make sure that those who are anointed are going to win, and He's going to make sure that my anointed achieve like what I want them to achieve. And it's interesting because it is interesting to me because I thought about, in light of Charlie Kirk and what just happened. I'm filming this very soon after Charlie Kirk being assassinated. And to some people, that may look like a loss. We might go back in the Bible and read, Paul being thrown out of cities and stoned and shipwrecked and whatever, and it looks like a loss, right? But a lot of times, I think what it's referring to when it says, I'm going to make sure that my anointed win, it could be more eschatological. And eschatological means, after this life. Like, your victory might not come until after this life, right? And you might have to go through a lot of hard shiznit, but you going through that is actually going to bless a lot of other people, and that is the win, and that is the W. But it's not going to look how you want it to look. It's not like the movies where, in most movies, it's good versus evil, and good always wins. Unless it's like based on a true story where a bad guy got away with it. But most movies, they follow that theme. It's good versus evil. It's the hero's journey. They get called to a mission and they experience troubles, and it looks like they're going to lose, and then they overcome it, and then they win. Right? That's kind of how it flows. The Bible doesn't work like that. Sometimes you just lose, and you lose a lot. And on paper, it's like, dang, it's not how I saw that going. But it ends up being exactly what needed to happen, and it was a part of His plan. So those are my thoughts on that. I hope it's helpful. Again, I never want to preach at anybody, because I am the last person on the planet that needs to do that. But these were my thoughts. I hope it blesses you. I love you. Also, I'm making a 31-day, it might already be linked down there depending on when you're seeing this. I'm making a 31-day devotional for free. It's going to have a devotional and a workout to follow, like a 30-minute EMOM, kettlebell dumbbell alternative, and a full gym alternative. It might be linked in the description in the comments, so go check it. Depends on when you're watching this and when I'm making that. So anyways, peace.